One of the most exciting games of the season, Week 11, number 10 Flowery Branch, number 10 Gainesville. Thousands on hand for this one. It's a classic rivalry, 11 miles separating the schools, but this one for all the marbles. Winner takes the Region 8 5A trophy and number 1 seed in the state playoffs. But the first highlight, late in the first, sloppy toss play gone wrong from the Wildcat. That's Darius Curry, who's going to Oklahoma State, but the ball bounces into the hands of Brinquez Dukes. 42 yards, the junior gets the Red Elephants on the board first. 7-0 Gainesville, and we're showing here junior QB Jackson McDonald finds Jamad Stevens, the senior with a circus one-handed catch but ruled out. Back to Gainesville, junior quarterback Deshaun Watson, one of the state's best, committed to Clemson, been recruited since he was a freshman. Cam Newton-esque, 30 yards on the play, and he's got the arm too. He'll drop back and locate his target, junior Jay Godlock. Solid yardage, and that's a big play for Gainesville. The duo will then hook up again, this time 23-yard scoring strike in the Red Elephants with a commanding 14-0 lead in the second. Time for those Branch boys to bow their necks. And you're going to see another crazy catch here from McDonald to Stevens. The guy sees a toothpick and makes it a redwood. Just great concentration. And McDonald, he's a lot like Watson. He can be a running threat too and shows the wheels here. Nets about 20 yards and the Falcons are in business. Now keep in mind it's very cold out at this point, but things get really heated up right here. McDonald dives for the pylon, ruled out at the 1. But extracurricular activity by these junior QBs, the rivalry intense, and it shows here. But you got to be excited to have one more year next year with both of those guys. Moments later, following a penalty, FB goes for it on 4th down. McDonald to Cameron Davis. The juniors narrow the gap to 14-7, and this may come as no surprise unless, in fact, you're Gainesville, who obviously were caught off guard on this play. The ensuing onside kick immediately by Flowery Branch. You didn't see that coming, but they go 3 and out, and talk about being caught unawares. You're going to see a direct snap to Godlock, and he'll return the favor to Watson. 3-yard score, and that's textbook Gainesville. Coach Bruce Miller shows shades of the old, and it's 21-7 into the break. Flowery Branch gets the ball to start the second half. McDonald, his favorite target, Jamad Stevens. And then later in the drive, McDonald, he can't be stopped on this run from 25 yards out. He finished with 86 rushing yards on 21 touches. Big TD, it's now 21-14. Swing, back to Watson, the future Clemson Tiger. He will go up the middle on this pass to the highest Leverett. The senior turned into a Pop-Tart on a bone-crushing hit. That's the payment for going inside the hash marks. He would leave after that play, but Watson marches on down the far sideline and finds a way in. He won't be denied. Gainesville doubles up the Branch, 28-14 late in the third. But the Falcons do what they always seem to do, one of the best bounce-back teams in Georgia. Again to Stevens. If not for this hesitation, he'd probably have 6, but gets 60 yards on the pass, catch, and run inside the 5. Stevens a game-high 137 on 7 receptions, and that sets up McDonald, the 2-yard score, and they just won't go away. 28-21 now the score. Tension is mounting, and this game is prepping to come down to the wire. So we'll go back to Watson. Big play to the sophomore Rodney Lackey, and this Gainesville team, you think they're good now. Wait till you see them next year. But then on the next play, not such a great decision. Pitch this time fumbled in favor of Flowery Branch. They recover and have good field position, but it is crunch time now in the fourth quarter. And the fans, they are all in at this point. They were from the get-go, but just definitely some of the best fans in high school football in Northeast Georgia. And it'll be Justin Curry, the sophomore, dives across the plane. We are all tied up at 28 apiece, but you can't celebrate just yet. Falcons will get the ball right back. And, of course, it's going to be McDonald back in the highlights. He has a long pass pickup to Darius Curry. Big-time play, and that will be followed up by a very similar one just moments later. This is just an awesome play. Check it out by Cameron Davis in the near sideline. He had the earlier score. This goes inside the 5-yard line, 30-plus yards, and this place is going nuts. McDonald then, rightfully so, finally connects with the well-deserving Jamad Stevens. Couldn't script this one any better. It's 35-28, and we are late, and I mean late in the fourth. FB closing in, but that guy, he will not go quietly. That's Deshaun Watson I'm talking about. He finds fellow junior Chaston Newman, 25 yards when it counts the most. And then quickly, there's really no time for Deshaun to even admire any of his own play. Right here, boom, 19-yard touchdown laser beam to Rodney Lackey. 2:05 left, and it's all tied up, right? Wrong. They elect to go for 2 here. This is for the region title. Watson, flea flicker type play. Can't even get the pass off. He's brought down hard in the backfield. Falcons still up 35-34. Reminiscent of the '09 state title game when the Red Elephants went for 2 in the final second, but were denied as they went for the win instead of overtime. Call it deja vu. Ensuing onside kick didn't go the required 10, but they get the ball back this time to Newman. Crushed, and it's good night, or so says senior Jacob Allen, who has plenty of D1 offers. And that's all she wrote. Flowery Branch makes it 7-3, just their third ever win over Gainesville, but none bigger than this one. The Falcons, for the first time in school history, win the region title outright. Some things never change, though. The Falcons in the state playoffs for the 8th consecutive year. Gainesville will play host to Rome in the opening round. The Branch to face North Paulding.